I'm Margie Gunner.
And I'm Heather Waterhouse.
And you're watching
Judson NOW!
Hello, my name is Kristen Telly, and I'm a senior at Judson College. And today I will be sharing with you a few reflections of people in Perry County regarding the movement.
Well, the movement in that time, which was before I was born, had an impeccable impact on Perry County, the state of Alabama, and this nation. My father was one of the leaders of the movement here in Marion and in Alabama, and the effects of that movement during the 1960s had a life-changing effect upon this whole country. As a result, we have our first African-American president in the United States as a result of what happened here in Marion, Alabama. My father was a very compassionate individual who not only cared about his own family, but cared about other people, who had a heart that was bigger than you would think could fit in his body. But he was very determined, and he believed in education, he believed in equal rights, and I think because of those passions that he had that drove him to be the leader that he was during the 1960s in Alabama and across this nation. Racism has not diminished as a result of the president being elected. Here in Perry County, we celebrate Obama holiday because that was one time in history where people laid down their prejudice, where the majority of the people in this country laid down their prejudices and said, we are tired of things as they have been, and we want to give a change, a chance. And people set aside race, they set aside religion, they set aside nationality, they set aside a lot of their ills and a lot of their prejudices, and went into the polls, both blacks and whites, Jews and Gentiles, and elected an African-American president. So today, confrontations, today issues are much akin to those issues in the 60s that my father fought and others fought to bring equality.
I've never heard of Jimmie Lee Jackson before I came to Marion. Being in that play was the first time that I've actually heard the background of him and what he did for the movement. In the Jimmie Lee play, I played a mother, a student, and another student, and I was played the background part of it, and I sung songs. And the mother scene, I played a mother telling her kids that she didn't want them to march because of how dangerous it was, but they were so determined to march. It was eye-opening. I really had to make myself focus hard and make that role good, because it was actually people sitting in the seats that were Lincoln students that went through that, so I had to make it good for them.
It meant that the people here in Perry County actually were involved in helping to make some decisions that changed this country, changed the mood in this country, changed some attitudes in this country. I was one of the people who was at the rally that night. That was February 18th, 1965, at the Zion United Methodist Church here in Marion. I participated in the march, or the attempted march, before we were attacked. After we were attacked, some of us went to Mac's Cafe, which is where the confrontation began with the police officers and Jimmie Lee's grandfather and mother. And yes, I was in the cafe. I remember the confrontations. I remember the police coming in. I remember us trying to figure out where to go. And I remember hearing the gunshots. I remember seeing them push Jimmie out the door. So yes, I witnessed quite a few events that night. That probably was the most memorable night in that Jimmie was shot that night. But we had been participating in sit-ins and other rallies and marches. So, but that one was, that was probably the most, the incident that had the most influence on me. And my family, my brothers were there. And it was kind of traumatic. Singing was part of the rally process. It was the kind of thing that we engaged in before our speakers came out to speak. It was a big part of it. It was to rally the people, to get them excited about what was happening. So songs were really, really a big part of it. We had them before we marched. Marching up to freedom land.